Saturday, kids. What time is that?
Hello, Geek Timers, Geekettes, and everyone out there in Geek Time land. It's Keith coming at you with a new video, and I know I've been away. The real world has completely come and invaded my space, so I'm trying to figure things out. But I'm actually doing a hotel video right now because I'm traveling for work. I've got some long hours this week, but I do have a short break right now, and I had to get this story out off my brain. It's been stuck in my brain since I saw it a couple days ago. And for those of you who know Pete from our channel personally, know that he is like the world's biggest Nosferatu fan, borderline authority on Nosferatu. So I'm not going to claim to be a know-it-all with what I do know about Nosferatu here, but I must say that I'm really excited to hear this because I think Robert Eggers is possibly like the perfect director to take on this project. We'll get into that in a second, but I would first want to cover this story that came out in Collider 4 days ago. And you remember a couple years ago, if you follow Robert Eggers, after he made the film The Witch back in 2015, which was a bit of a surprise success, I think, for most people. In the era now of like jump scare and slasher horror, to have this cerebral kind of eerie gothic kind of movie come out was very different from a lot of what you see these days. And of course, he said at that point in time, and I think it was 2016, he said he wants to remake F.W. Murnau's Nosferatu, but it would not be his next project. His next project ended up being The Lighthouse in 2019. And again, another throwback film. This thing, I don't know if you've seen it. He shot it 4:3. It's black and white monochrome. It's very noir, steeped in shadow. Just the most beautiful photography I've seen in a long time. And it's definitely a psychological mind screw, if you will. So um, Robert Eggers seems to be the kind of guy who's not going to make a cookie cutter Hollywood horror movie. He's cut from the pages of Hitchcock and some of the greats. So back to this story. So Anya Taylor-Joy is reuniting with the Witch director Robert Eggers on Nosferatu Remake. So she was in The Witch, of course, if you've seen that, and she's going to be coming back to star in Nosferatu, which tells me that it might be in pre-production. It seems like he's definitely moving forward with this project now, and to have her join is great. She's clearly going to play the part of Ellen. So for those of you who are kind of unfamiliar with Nosferatu, Nosferatu was a silent film from 1922, directed by F.W. Murnau, and it's based on the Bram Stoker novel Dracula, but he wasn't able to secure the rights. So he couldn't use characters' names, such as Count Dracula. So his vampire became Count Orlok, and Ellen was the woman, and like every single character has a different name. So, but what stands out to me is that this still to this day might be, in my opinion, one of the creepiest vampire films of all time. Max Schreck is otherworldly as Orlok. The makeup is just phenomenal, and you've probably seen. I mean, even if you watch SpongeBob SquarePants, Nosferatu has made an appearance in there.
Nosferatu!
But he's just ghastly, and here's one of the most famous haunting images of Nosferatu that I don't think anybody who's any kind of cinephile hasn't seen, but I mean, just looking at that image, it's terrifying. Just a beautiful film, and has never quite been duplicated. Werner Herzog attempted it back in 1979. with Klaus Kinski playing Nosferatu, except he was actually called Count Dracula. And this was, the characters were based on the Bram Stoker novel, the names and everything, but it was still meant to be a remake of the F.W. Murnau 1922 silent film. So it's kind of a hybrid, if you will. It did pretty well. It's not bad by any stretch, but I think what we're going to see here with Robert Eggers is you're going to see this just really beautifully shot Gothic take, paying so much tribute to some of these classic images. I mean, we'll just click through real quick. I mean, you know, these are just this vampire. Oh, of course, I get an ad. This vampire is absolutely terrifying. Just absolutely terrifying to this day, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think that we can see his biggest hit yet if he pulls this one off. And I'm a big fan of Robert Eggers, so you know, I'll be front center the day it comes out. If you want to know more too about Nosferatu, there's this great little film that came out about 20 years ago now, actually, year 2000, I believe. Yeah, 2000. Shadow of the Vampire, starring Willem Dafoe as Max Schreck, portraying Count Orlok during the making of Nosferatu, and John Malkovich as F.W. Murnau. It's completely derived. They took some of the weird incidents of illnesses on set and whatnot and kind of parlayed it into this freaky idea that F.W. Murnau hired an actual vampire to play Nosferatu, and Dafoe is just amazing. So, you know, Willem Dafoe was in The Lighthouse with Robert Eggers, so hey, maybe he pulled it off in this film. Maybe you just, why look around for somebody else? Just go straight back to the source, get Willem Dafoe to play Nosferatu, Orlok, and then we'll see. But really curious to see what you guys would think. Who you guys think would be a really good Count Orlok in the Robert Eggers remake of Nosferatu? So leave a comment or hit us on the social media, because I would really like to hear who you think would be a good casting choice to play the creepiest vampire ever put to screen. So that's it for me. Just some quick thoughts on this. I'm really excited about it. I don't get excited about too much these days. This really gets me going. I'm really psyched. Perfect director, perfect source material, and if it's handled right, I think we'll all be very, very happy with it. So let us know what you think. Smash that like button, please. Comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe, because if you subscribe, that really helps us grow the channel. And that's it for me. I will see you guys soon when I'm back off the road and I can get back to normal, if there is such a thing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below. Also, please subscribe to GeekTime TV. It really helps us grow the channel. And make sure you hit that bell icon in order to receive notifications every time we drop new content here. You can also check us out on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at GeekTimeNet. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon.
Say, kids, what time is that?